If you are masculine in 2025, you are a right-wing racist lunatic, apparently. According to this lady anyways. Today we have Meg Wren, who put up a video 14 weeks ago talking about a racist attack, a crazy attack that she saw in Dublin, which of course should be completely condemned. But because these 13 to 17-year-olds now are used as patsies by the Irish government to say that they are right-wing lunatics, now we have a whole bunch of crazy left-wing people that are hopping on board and saying, okay, well, you know, let's discredit the entire movement. And this is what it is, guys. This is an information war. They're trying to discredit our movement. Don't let them discredit us, okay? Don't let them mentally get to you. But let's actually listen to what she says, because the logic goes right out the window as soon as any sort of scrutiny is involved.
I am sick to my teeth of leaving my house and witnessing racism in this country, especially Dublin City. And it's not like 80% of the time, it's 98% of the time when I leave the house, I witness something.
So right off the bat, she's saying every single time she leaves the house, 98% of the time, which is like 100% of the time, when she leaves her house, she witnesses acts of racism, which to me is a lie, completely ridiculous. You know, I go up to Dublin very, very frequently. I'm in Dublin very often. And every time I'm in Dublin, I've been in Dublin for the last 4 years, every second week, for a few days or a week at a time. I haven't seen anything like that, guys. No homophobia, no anti-gay, anti-this, anti-attack, anti-anything, anti-race at all. So I don't know where she's going in Dublin, but it's not where I'm going in Dublin. I haven't seen anything, you know?
I was leaving the gym there and there was a group of teenagers walking in front of me. They were 13, by the way. And there was a black woman walking towards them. Now, you know, Dublin teenagers walking like they own the roads. And naturally, 4 of them were taking up the whole path. So they bumped off this woman. And she turned as if to say, what are you doing? And he shouted the N-word at her. And I just walked by and witnessed this. And I was actually shook. And usually I'd say something, but I actually needed a minute to build the courage. Because I thought, if they done that so openly, God knows what they do to me. But then I was thinking, no, I'm surrounded by people. So I shouted, I said, lads. And they ignored me. I said, lads, why do you think it's okay to speak to somebody like that? And they started laughing. I said, at your big age. And he says to me, I'm only 13. Oh, now you're playing the victim cards. That's brilliant. But what I did say to him, if you were mine, I'd slap the fucking head off you. And they were laughing their heads off and they walked off. But the thing that's so scary about toxic masculinity, and now I understand the importance of that.
Right there, guys, right there. You know, she had me until she said that. Toxic masculinity. So until she said the toxic masculinity thing, of course I was on board, as should everybody be in the whole country. You know, there's no room for insulting people, you know, making insultful comments, of course. But 13-year-olds shouting slurs at people does not represent, you know, people that are toxically masculine or masculine men. Like, what the hell is she talking about, guys? That's absolutely insane that she would conflate those two things. I mean, come on, man.
Show adolescents is because they surround themselves with each other and no one is challenging their core beliefs.
So she said that adolescence was correct, even though we all know adolescence was bullshit, guys. Adolescence was some 13-year-old, 12-year-old kid that wasn't talking to women, so then he killed women. Like, it's just everything that these left lunatics come out with is just completely ridiculous and discredited instantly because, you know, it's just nonsense. It's just bullshit, guys. Complete nonsense.
Racism is not okay. You don't get to be Irish and racist.
Nobody said that it's okay for these 13-year-olds to say crazy racist shit, guys. You know, you don't get to be Irish and racist. I mean, this is where the left, and they do this on purpose, guys. They do this to conflate, you know, sort of right-leaning movements with racism. That's not the case at all, guys. Not at all.
And it's not just in teenagers. I see these men in this spiritual community encouraging toxic masculinity as well, thinking that homophobia is okay and racism. We need to do fucking better. And now, I would have been very close-minded on this part, saying if you have a voice, use it. I actually understand why people are scared to, especially in this day and age. But all that I ask is that you try.
This is the stupidest thing ever. You know, the biggest proponents of, you know, toxic masculinity, that you would call it, are black men. Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, like all these guys like Tristan Tate, all these massive influencers, all the people that are from America are all black men. So what is she trying to say here? Like, is she against masculinity or what is she against? I don't understand. Is she against racism or is she against men and masculinity? We obviously know which one she's against, guys.
Try, and try. We need to do better. And I'm not thinking that I'm fucking Lord and Saviour here, but I'm just pissed off. It's embarrassing. And I'm embarrassed to be Irish at times.
You know, like I said before, guys, this sort of 13-year-old Dublin inner city nutcases that assault people, Indians, and that assault black people or whatever, you know, that's not representative of masculinity. Like, how the hell she conflated those two is just beyond me, guys. It's just completely insane. But like I said, this is what the left do, guys, and they do that on purpose. Like, they do that to discredit the movement. Here we have a classic example of what is actually happening in Liverpool. Okay, dysfunctional kids. While this guy was out live streaming in Liverpool, a group of dysfunctional kids harass and attack this guy in broad daylight. Okay. Like I said before, guys, we need to get rid of this as well. This needs to be cracked down by the Irish government, okay? And it seems to be getting worse in Dublin.
What?
I said, you all right?
I'm all right. Are you all right?
Yeah, man. Are you poor stating out like that?
I'm sorry? Can you, like, give me some space, brother?
High five me, Swift.
I'm not touching.
See, look, he tried to slap him. I mean, what? Like, this is just criminal people, guys. This is just criminal kids looking to do crazy shit, you know, to foreigners. Like, and it's just obviously that's not the thing that we want to be promoting, you know, in any movement. That's horrendous. But this is, again, a classic example of the mainstream media trying to discredit any sort of right-leaning, you know, people. It says here in this breaking news, this is an article yesterday from breakingnews.ie. It says, worrying pattern of far-right violence and targeted attacks on foreign nationals. So if you're right-leaning, guys, if you're more conservative, if you're a professional guy, you know, if you're, you know, let's say voting for Trump in the US, or let's say you're more of a right-leaning, you know, patriot or nationalist or something in Ireland, then now you're apparently going to attack foreign nationals. Like, that is just a fallacy, guys. That's not to conflate those two at all. Not at all, guys. You know, the movement of the conservative right in 2025 in Ireland is to put your own people first. Solve the housing crisis, solve the homeless crisis, you know, give back to the people, actually help your own people. But now they're saying if you want to, you know, if you're on the right or something, you want to kill all foreign people. Like, what? Like, have they lost their mind? This is the stupidest conflation I've ever heard in my life. And this is exactly why, you know, people aren't professional. These lunatics are running around. And, you know, it's the woke left, guys, okay? It's the woke left completely. And, you know, the woke left don't understand that, you know, the countries that they always, you know, want to be promoting, like a lot of these other countries in the Middle East, they hate them, guys. You know, in the Western world, we're the least racist, we're the least homophobic, we're the most acceptable countries in the world, as we should remain, guys. Freedom that was fought and died for by our ancestors. You know, it's good to see people have the freedoms to do stuff like have pink hair, nose ring, do whatever they want to do, guys. Okay, maybe if you don't spiritually agree with it, at least that you have the freedom to express yourself in that way. But let's watch this video, guys. There's a great woman here. She's asking them different questions. And yeah, obviously the woke left can't even comprehend these questions. So
that you are defending right now actually don't believe in LGBTQ and trans and
so this lady's saying, what do you think about the people that you're defending, these Middle Eastern people that you're defending, about this LGBT movement and these refugees? They don't accept this. Because literally only in Europe, North America, and like Australia do they actually accept freedoms like this, guys. Anywhere else in the world, they don't give a shit about LGTV. Okay, let's be honest.
queer, and actually in their country, someone who's queer or trans will actually be hung. How do you feel that that's their mentality?
She said anyone in these countries that are LGTV would be hung, would be killed. You know, unfortunately, guys. I mean, that's the reality outside of the Western world, you know.
And you're offending them.
As a queer trans person, I think both bad. Like, but that doesn't mean that their rights should be taken away. Like, we need to be very aware of it's all a system of exploitation and oppression. Man, shut up! And we are all subject to this. Every single one of us.
But if you was to be in, say, for example, Syria or Libya, you would be oppressed. So do you think that maybe the English is justifiable for them to protest against people coming in who may be against people like yourself who are queer and LGBTQ?
Great question. you know, people, LGTB, whatever, queer, this kind of thing, if they were in Syria, Libya, North African countries, they would be oppressed, guys. They would be hated on. So, you know, when I see, you know, these people from Ireland and England and North America shouting about the country that they live in, you know, if they lived elsewhere, guys, it would be a lot different for them.
Do you think that's justifiable?
You know, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is a great one as well. This is one that is by, I believe, the Woke Vault. I think it's Patrick Bet David. Let's listen.
You have American flag on your shirt. I'm a United States Air Force veteran. My parents are legal immigrants from the Middle East. I don't give into the right wing. I'm not right wing just because I don't give into that. Like, for instance,
do you believe there are two genders?
Yes, I believe there's...
then you're a right-wing extreme.
If you believe that there are two genders, guys, you are a right-wing extremist. Basically, everybody is a right-wing extremist then. That seemed proper, guys? That seems a bit insane to me.
That has nothing to do with being right-wing. There's men and women. If some people have gender dysphoria...
Did you wear a mask during the pandemic?
I definitely did not wear a mask.
Well, then you are a right-wing extremist.
If you didn't wear a mask during the lockdowns, you're a right-wing extremist as well, guys. I mean, this is how far the woke crazy shit has gone, guys. And, you know, just talking about the woke crazy stuff and the conspiracy theories, RTE put up an interesting article today. It says arsonists targeting 5G masts are putting themselves and the public at serious risk, the police have said. And it's actually funny, guys. You know, I put up a video about this recently, about the 5G. It causes cancer, it can cause like headaches and this kind of thing. You know, any sort of radio waves, or, you know, if you live beside your Wi-Fi router, whatever, it's not healthy for you. You know, it's actually not good to live beside those things or stay beside them too often. If you live beside a big telephone pole, or, you know, a big electrical pole that carries high electricity, or if you stand beside your microwave quite often, it's not healthy, guys. You know, it gives off, you know, microwaves and you know, heat. It gives off radiation, basically, and it can cause cancer. But, you know, would I be advising people to arson attack these? No, obviously not. That's crazy, guys. Let's not commit you know, crazy criminal damage in this country. But definitely 5G, guys, you know, it definitely gives off and emits waves, and that I would say far from. And that's why in the cities and stuff, a lot of people feel sick from these these high frequency radioactive waves. So yeah, 5G, guys, is not healthy. It definitely causes cancer. It definitely causes upsets, you know, but for people to be burning them down, this is an article that RT put up so that they stop people from damaging property, you know. And RT don't give a shit about our public health, guys. You know, they only care about making the bottom line, and that's money. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I love you all. If you want to help support me, hit the join link underneath the video to become a member. We have 17 members, new members every single day. We'll be doing a lot of live streaming. I think we'll be doing a lot of members only live streaming coming soon. So yeah, if you guys want to support me, I will see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.